Right, let's try that. And God knows what happened then. It's still been a bit silly. Um, it just keeps repeating the community guidelines things, whatever they are. Right, let's try that again. Hi, John. How you doing? Leela, Terry, Paul. Everybody's come back on. The others will probably come back on in a minute. But yeah, for some reason my Wi-Fi dropped out, but it's come back up again. So hopefully it will keep working. Let's see. Let's see. Come on, somebody comment, just so I have a fighting chance of knowing whether it's working or not. Right, there we go. So, right, moving again now, so that's good. So, hi Claire, hi Mark, um, Dave, Cheryl, everybody, Waveney, all of you that was there a minute ago. Hi Laurie, how you doing? So yes, we Mark lost his magnet to somebody. She got very, but she didn't mind because it weren't her top; it was her sister's. I wanted to wash it. Grey is definitely not the colour for magnet fishing, but we did have a laugh. We did all right. The weather held off nicely until the end of the day, and that's when it got a little bit dodgy. But it was a good day. It was a good day, and good to see Mark again. Hi Corey. Oh, hi Gavin. So yes, that was Sunday. Hi Tracy. We did have fun. We had a laugh. We got some reasonable fines, and yeah, it was just overall a bit of a drive on the way home. Everybody seems to be coming back from Skegness for some reason. Don't know why they should stay there. Hi Alistair. Cool, my comments are going mad now. Steve Parsons, how you doing? Trying to keep up, but yes. So that was Sunday. Now I am out this Sunday. I know. They amplify it, Dave. They amplify it. If I don't, I'm never going to see the comments. Let's have a look, see if I can. No, there's no point struggling. I've been fighting it for years. I've just actually just got to wear them. Don't want to admit it, but yeah, I'm getting older. Hi Annie, how you doing? But yes, I am out Sunday. I'm meeting up with a few people. A little bit of a trek. I'm sure a lot of you all know who it is when I'm there, but I will go live at 12 o'clock, and you can see for yourself. I won't say it now, but I know it's going to be a good day. It's an area that I've previously been to before. I've never been to this part, so it's sort of a new area, but it's not a new area. It's about half a mile from where I was before, but I'm sure you'll all enjoy it. I'm looking forward to it. Apparently, it's a bit snaggy, but I just think of that as a challenge. So definitely up for a challenge. Oh, the comments are going again. We're out tomorrow. Yeah, you do like your Saturdays, with me, I like my Sundays. But it's been a long week. It's been a busy week. I seem to be working later and later. It's not so much fun now. The cold weather to be drawing in. The dark nights are drawing in, so we're gonna have to flip in. Rely on the torches a bit more. But yeah, your snaggy spots. Nah, they're just a challenge. I like a challenge or something. But anyway, yeah, don't matter. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. So yeah, it's been a long week. Snagging normally end up on me backside, I shall say. Not how Sunday car drifting. Hi David, how you doing? If I've missed anyone, I do apologise. It's just my comments sort of stopped and then just went a bit mad. Um, mad week. I forgot where I was now. I've lost my track. Yeah, so I seem to be working more. There was an accident yesterday on the road that took me to get 20 miles. I think it took me about 2 hours and 10 minutes, which is absolutely mad. There is one place I hate. Only one place. I don't know, I've took you some places that have been blooming hard work for you. Oh, I think I know exactly. The one with the hill. Yeah, that video, I think that meant to have been the next one, but I've picked a different one to edit because I've got a few, so I've started on another one. Nearly finished tomorrow night's video. I will get there, but yeah. I did see that, Corey. That's out of order. That is bad news. That is bad news. I've not spent a lot of time on Facebook this week. Just haven't had the chance. I'll sort of pop on there probably in the morning, and that's been about it. One man, one magnet. Good evening to you. Hi, the military. I think we were away last time that was on, if I remember rightly. We was one year anyway. Yeah, lucky Paul's away because I think we'd lose Paul otherwise if there's a military affair on. But yeah, dark nights are a pain. I go to some right dodgy areas as well. And what I tend to do is, Jim Secret, good evening. When I'm booking jobs, I tend to look where they're actually at, and then I'll make the decision: am I going in daylight or dark? Because there's some places I've been, You really don't want to be going down there working on someone's car in the dark. I can tell you that. So yeah, you have to be careful these days. That's the thing. You see, I remember going to one place, and that's when my mate was with me, and we got there, and I got out the van to go and knock on the door, and I come back and he'd locked the van. So why are you locking? Because I'm getting out here. I was, oh, thanks for that. And about 9 blokes were hovering around all the whole time I was working. Not the best evening, but in all fairness, they were a lovely bunch of blokes. It's just there was a lot of them. I think it's one of them HMOs, and everyone just came out, and they're all standing round you. Mm, it's a bit of an uncomfortable feeling, let's put it that way. But you just got to get on with it. I've had some awful jobs this week, absolutely awful, but I've had some really easy ones as well, so it compensates it. Still hasn't put me off the job, still love the job. And what a balance you can have, eh? A job that you love doing, out magnet fishing as well at the weekends. Things are pretty good to be honest with you. It's nice. Nothing that really, I've got nothing to moan about. Unlike most people now, if you want people for moaning, then head to Facebook because all people do is moan on there. Never met such a miserable bunch in all my life. Oh, they're my friends, aren't they? I'm only joking. No, but it's not the place for airing things like that. I mean, all it seems to be now at the moment is digital ID. Well, I ain't going to be going to digital ID. Apparently, you only need it when you want to get a job. Well, that's not a problem because I don't plan on getting a job. I'm happy working for myself. Yeah, I've seen some right dodgy things going on in the background. Some of the places I flipping work at, and you just have to look the other way. I am not getting involved in it. But yeah, there's a lot of it who are, like I say, all about this digital ID card. I don't want one. No, not going to do it. Not going to do it. Definitely not for me. You're right, John. It is. Advertising has got ridiculous, to be honest with you, on there. It's absolutely ridiculous. And when you report them as spam, you get more. Back on the Arctics Monday. Monday. What am I doing Monday? One job. No, no, I cancelled that one. No, I cancelled that because I didn't want to do it. I changed my mind. Not for me. Yeah, I thought a few people would be that way. See, with magnet fishing, oh, it's weird, really, because you try not to go to the bad places, and there is plenty of them. Um, Stick with YouTube. That's it. Yeah, come on to YouTube. We get loads of trolls on YouTube. They're brilliant, but it's all right because the moderation people work very hard and quick. Terry and Paul, they do really well, so they don't hang around very long on here. I can tell you that. Well, if it's going to stop all this, the idea of the digital IDs to stop illegal workers, well, most of them get paid cash anyway. So um, there's people are still going to pay it in cash. I just don't see the point of it. Like she is quick, she is good. But yeah, when we go magnet fishing, we tend to head for the bad places. I think it's more about that. It's just control. You know, all us people need controlling nowadays, don't we? But no, I mean, there was a place that Shirley really wanted to go magnet fishing. He kept going on. He showed me it. It's in a really, really dodgy area, and we was told if we do go there, make sure there's a group here. Don't just have one or two. You're going to need a group, quite a big group as well, because it is really horrible there. And it could be an amazing place to do, purely for the fact that it's not very nice there. But we never got round to it in the end. But maybe one day, maybe we'll get a group together and brave it. But yeah, it's really bad. It's very what they still call gang controlled. Although we don't have gangs in Britain, it's still very gang controlled. Um, it's an area that probably would be worth a hit because there could be some real interesting stuff in there. That's what it is. Hi Paul, how you doing? Yeah, you're like me though, Dave. Stay self-employed, then you're never going to need one. Not clustering my phone up with all this rubbish. This all goes back to like when we all had those Asian cards. I mean, really? I know where you're on about. Yeah, not very nice there apparently. Still gangs roam the streets. Cool, blimey, them comments went a bit quick. I do apologise. That's it. The thing is with magnet fishing, though, well, they say never go out alone. Not just for the fact that something might happen. If you get your magnet stuck, that ain't going to help either. Drive into Yorkshire. Yeah, they say though by the end of their term, so that's by the end of 2029. That's another thing as well. This is something that nobody wants, and we're going to be paying millions to a former prime minister because it's his company's doing it. Um, Paying millions to do this when we don't want it. So that's all they're going to be doing now, spending more of our money on something that we don't actually need. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, once something has happened, it does knock your confidence, and it's not nice. It's not nice. It's pointless. It's stupid. You know, and these people, they do it just, because they want to nick your phone or something like that. It's not worth a lot on the flipping second-hand market, so it's just pointless. Absolutely pointless. But these days, yeah, I must admit, everybody does seem to be looking over the shoulders, not like it was before. Things were so relaxed, but now, unfortunately, um, things have changed and areas have gone right downhill. The place where I grew up, actually, where I was born there, grew up there, I actually went through there the other day and I looked at it and I thought, what an absolute hole. I won't say the word, it's just not nice anymore. It's not nice, and it was lovely. Yeah, but unfortunately, this is political system, political policies. Tell the people what they want to hear to get in. Once you're here, hi Eleanor. Once they're in, change it all because it doesn't matter because they're in. They know they've got a 5-year term, and that just shows that they all lie. They all lie just to get in there. They all promise the world, and none of them ever deliver. And all they do is spend our money on pointless projects. I believe that somebody in London, and we don't need to say his name, spent £500 million on statues. Really? Statues. But I think they call it modern art. What an absolute waste of money. So there's people homeless, starving, hungry, can't pay the bills, but they'll spend £500 million on modern art. Mm. Yeah, Mr. Trump, he really doesn't like Mr. Khan, does he? I got that impression. It is rubbish. You can't wasting that much money. It's disgusting. Round by me, or about 25 miles from here, somebody stole the modern art. They had these big metal cows, and they cost thousands. And one night somebody stole them. So yeah, they probably spent about £50,000 on them, and they disappeared in one evening. So it does happen. Modern art. What an absolute load of rubbish. Down the road from me, there was an area that used to be a car park with a public toilet, and the council decided um, they were going to get rid of the public toilets. Hi, Adrian. Um, my phone, you never know. Yeah, they were going to get rid of the public toilets, and they was going to create a public area for everyone. Um, Tell me what we're doing. I'll translate this. I've not to. Yeah, yeah. What was going to do? Yeah, not the toilets. Going to make a public area. Um, and what they done was they budgeted £150,000 to do it. It was going to take 2.5 months. It took 6 months at a cost of 850,000 because they underestimated a few things. The public area, absolutely nobody goes in it. Nobody. So they got rid of half a car park and a public toilet to make an area and nearly £1 million to do nothing. And they wonder why they've got no money. Unbelievable. Unbelievable waste of money. But councils are good at that. Councils are definitely good at wasting money. disgraceful. Terrible, that is, Corey. But yes, that is society we live in. That's what we do now. We put people in charge so they can charge us tax and then spend our money on absolute rubbish. And why is it in this day and age there is people on the streets? Unbelievable. Hi, Rachel. Should be no one on the streets now. Now it's starting to get cold as well, and there is people living out there with nothing. No, it's disgraceful. I mean, it's a worldwide problem. It has been for years. I mean, years ago, you used to get the people, what they used to call the tramp. You get the local tramp, the one that lived on the streets. Now they're everywhere. Hmm. Hi, Laurie. How you doing? Rainbow Bridge. Never heard of it. I think I've read that one. Yes, sorry to hear that, Tracy. All the pubs closing down. Always £100 fine if you recall. Well, that's years ago. There was public toilets everywhere. They're never anywhere now. Yeah, we need somebody that's actually, probably lived a bit of hardship in this country, to sit in a position like that. Someone that's actually lived on the breadline, so knows what it's like for people like that. Rather than all these rich kids that keep getting in. All these blooming people that have come from money. Terrible. If you feel safe in your area. In all fairness, where I live, it is very quiet. It's so contradicting to all the surrounding places. It's actually really boring here. I mean, I think kids will get grounded at 6 o'clock because you do not see kids walk in the streets. To be honest with you, after 8 o'clock at night, you never see anyone walk in the streets. It's really quiet, and it's sort of, you can go to a cash machine at 11, 12 o'clock at night and you're not looking over your shoulder, which is a great feeling. But if I go 6 or 7 miles down the road, I wouldn't even get out of the van to go to the cash machine. It's terrible, terrible. Send food before to make sure you say, oh, that's really nice of them, very considerate. I saw a thing, I did see something on the internet the other day, and it was saying about the waiting times, how long people have to wait to try and get into places, like if they're homeless and that. It's ridiculous, and you can see why most of them give up. And half the time, you've got to have a phone number for them to contact you. You've got to have a forwarding address. The one thing they seem to miss there is, what about people that are homeless? They don't have an address. It's ridiculous. Yeah, round by me there's not yet, but where I live there's no hotels, so that's probably the best thing. One bed flat with three. Yeah. I know it is bad. It is bad. What's happening here? We're just having a catch up. It's Friday night. We have a catch up on a Friday night, but there's a premiere tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. That's when we was in Hertford. Yes, we was in Hertford. So pop over at 9 o'clock tomorrow night for the premiere. Sunday we'll be live at 12 and 4, and next Wednesday you'll have the second part of when we was in Hertford. But that's if I ever finish editing the video, because I've got a busy week next week. Absolutely booked solid. But we'll get there. We'll get there. We always do. We struggle through. Well, I do anyway. Sand Springs, America. Thank you very much for joining, James. Yes, just a bit of a catch up. Don't go fishing on a Friday night. I have magnet fish in the dark, and it's flipping awkward, to be honest with you. Because the other thing is, you never know what's coming out till the last minute, which is not good. Adult 3-year-old. That's bad. That's really bad, that is. Yeah, but it does happen, unfortunately. Yes, nice comments. Nicely deleted, Terry, but no, it's not. Some people have it far too easy. I mean, this is the third house I've lived in. I tend to go for new houses because I don't have the time to do them up, but no, I've just bought new houses. and the cost of living. Believe me, when you get a bigger house, it just means you get much bigger bills. You know, when you're paying over £3,500 a year in council tax, it really doesn't. You don't get nothing for it. That's what gets me. I get nothing different to the bloke down the road that pays £1,200 a year. And that's why I think council tax is so unfair. I don't see why you should be taxed on the size of your property. It's ridiculous. There we go. Look, Steve Parsons, the best advertisement on YouTube. Another dedicated follower, but he knows everything. He knows when everybody's live and when the premieres, and we all appreciate it as well. Old buildings are built better. I must admit, this one that I'm in, when they come back and done the snagging, they were here quite a while. Let's put it that way. There was one wall that got replastered because it just wasn't level. But yeah, mine's brick. I've seen them, the timber framed houses, and then they just put a bit of brick round them. Are you Scottish? No, you obviously are not from Britain because you would know I've definitely not got a Scottish harper. Good evening, Raymond. I am very well. Yourself? You think they'd get it? You know, look, there's a bit of a clue. Northants magnet fishing. But yes, good to see you on here, Ray. Scottish only with his money. Cheers, Dave. Yeah, thanks for that, mate. Oh, well, definitely bonkers. I don't think. Well, there might be someone normal on here. These, they're obviously new to the channel because most of us are not. Let's put it that way. Cat, your dog definitely does a lot of woofing. Mind you, so do mine. The minute somebody walks around this place, they start woofing, and they will be in a minute because my daughter's due home from work in a minute. And then I've got to pick my son up from work. So I thought, have a bit of a sit down, get the video. No, my son is working tonight, so I've got to go and pick him up. He finishes at 10. Hi, Rachel. So yeah, it's never a bit of rest. I think I got him from work about, I don't know what time did I get in, 5:30, and then straight back out again to take him to work, back home, sit down for an hour or so, come on here, then I've got to eat, and then I've got to go and pick him up again, and then I get to sit down. Oh, keeps me busy. Definitely keep me busy. Hi, Thomas. How are you doing? Hi, you're from Japan. Well, thank you for joining. But yes, so a busy, busy life, mate. Never a dull moment. Hi, Laurie. No, that's my older son. My older son that used to come out. No, he's getting married next year, so he's all grown up. The other one, he's just started. Well, that's his first job. My daughter, she's been working at the place for a few years now. She's now a team leader, so proud of them. They're all doing really well. And that's all you can want. We don't argue. Difference of opinions, but my daughter is very opinionated. But no, proud of them all. Brilliant. They've all done well for themselves, and they've all literally gone and done their own thing. My son did work with me for a while, but when he moved away, he moved away, and then he came back. But that's the way it is. I think you've not been well, have you, Dave? There's a lot of it about at the moment. So, so my life is always busy. I don't get a lot of rest. You folks are so civilised. We are not off camera. We're not. No, we have a laugh. We do. I mean, it's always weird not having Terry and Paul there last week. It's always weird because we've got such a good bond. We have such a good laugh, and with Mark, I had a good time. We had a laugh. We did a bit of mick taking. I think the words. I won't say the words what I would say normally, but that would be my daughter coming home. And but no, it was. I only had a can of drink last week. I feel like I've lost a stone, Terry. Don't take too many holidays. I'll waste away. I think something's being organised, if I remember rightly, Dave. I think somebody sent you a message in that, so you sort of know about it. I think that's in October. So, yes, I will get that done. But, it'd be good to meet up again, catch up with everyone. falling out, it's probably fallen in. Well, thank you very much, James. Yeah, we don't let people go on at each other here. It's just keep it clean, keep it simple, but we do have a laugh. Good evening. Just pulling faces at me. Mind you, lots of people do that. Right, I'm going to wrap this up because, like I say, I've got to eat because I haven't eaten yet. I've got to pick my son up from work as well. But anyway, don't forget, 9 o'clock tomorrow evening, we've got the premiere. That's when we're right in the centre of Hertford. And I think Paul had a good fight. Well, it was a flipping heavy fight. You'll get to see what that is. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget, if you've not subscribed already, make sure you do. Leave a thumbs up. And I'll catch you tomorrow night on the premiere at 9. If not, we'll see you Sunday at 12 and 4. Have a great weekend, everyone. Take care. The weather's going to be all right, and I hope you have a wonderful time. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for joining, everyone.